It's June 2016 and behind me member states are taking part in the global stock-taking exercise at the Wilkinson building at UCL. In a review of the promises made at the COP21 in Paris, India, China, USA, South Africa, Brazil, Ecuador and Kiribati in Germany are taking part in major discussions on how to tackle climate change. Major divides have been between China and big polluters on one hand and Kiribati and smaller developing countries on the other. Will an agreement be reached? Since the Kyoto Protocol in 1997, negotiations on climate change have become an annual occurrence. This time round, a major stress has been put on realising the COP21 agenda.
I think if we all come to a consensus and we all play our parts and we all contribute and all reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, then I think we will be fine in getting to our goals.
However, there has been a major rift emerging between the delegations with different opinions on how to respond to climate change.
Now we see that China is overtaking us in global emissions, and that we believe that China should be held equally accountable for the high growth rate that they've achieved with those emissions.
But China thinks differently.
What we must remember is that many countries, particularly developed nations such as America, have actually outsourced their energy consumption to China, and so our emissions are not just from our own companies, they're from these other countries as well.
An important focus has been the 2-degree target set in Paris. Countries such as Kiribati have argued that even with a lower target of 1.5 degrees, this will not be enough to mitigate climate change.
From what I've experienced in the past few days, I think it's definitely lies with the big countries and the big companies. The power is with those who produce. And while education can help, maybe raise public awareness that could pressure these companies, ultimately it's the companies in the big countries you want to get at.
Despite the conflict, good intentions are clear, but are they good enough to save our planet? Adil Sait, UCL News.